This car will actually massage your bum. It will go like boom, 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 boom. I shit you not. Even in comfort mode, it's a tad firm for my liking. And that's 60. Damn, this car is fast off the line. If you use the plastics around the buttons, and probably you will because the buttons are sort of haptic-y, it's not that good, but this is the only complaint regarding quality. This is an absolutely pointless car, but I love it. If you have the money, well, why not? Hi guys, and welcome to the brand new, well, not brand new, but very new BMW X6 M. Now this is the fastest SUV I have ever driven. 625 horsepower, 460 kilowatts, and believe it or not, I dragged it with my draggy from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 3.73 seconds. 3.73, that's ridiculously fast for a big SUV like this. Now, before we start with the interior, the boot, the back seats, etc., some quick thoughts. Now, this car does not really do it for me because, well, it doesn't give me the fizz like James May would say. It's as fast as a Stelvio Quadrifoglio, and yet it doesn't have the pops and bangs with the gear shifts. It doesn't have the patas. It doesn't have the X factor for me. It's something's missing for this car, and yet I absolutely love it. I love it because, well, it's so out there. It's just a ridiculous car for 2021 where there's electric vehicles everywhere. This is a V8 with no electricity whatsoever. It produces a lot of CO2 and, well, the fuel economy is just ridiculous. So basically it doesn't care about the polar bear, and I love it for that. I really do. This might be one of the last big SUVs with no electricity or hybridness at all, so enjoy them while you can. But the regular X6, whether it be the 30D or the 50i, it rides a bit better. Even in the most comfortable setting, this is a bit harsh for the everyday. It doesn't handle nearly as good as a BMW M5 or M3 or any M car basically. So if it was my money, I would go with something completely different. Probably I go for a 30D X5 and get a sports car on the side, because let's be honest, you can get a X5 with good options for, let's say, 70,000 euros, brand new even, and you can get a M3 absolutely bone stock with a manual gearbox for the rest of the price that this car costs, because this is ridiculously expensive. Let's just put the bad things aside and talk about the good things, because in general I like this car. I love what it stands for. The boot is a bit small for a big SUV, but this is a hatchbacky style, so you can't expect that much room. Now, sitting at the back, of course, it has keyless entry on 4 doors. Now, this car is also equipped with the screens at the back, and that makes it feel a bit too cramped, to be honest. Knee space, perfectly fine. The big bucket sports seats take up a lot of viewing area, so you do need the panoramic sunroof to open the cabin up just a little bit. But I cannot fault the materials. Well, everything you touch and feel is so nice. Nappa leather here and there, perforated. Oh, it's so nice. And the screen as well, it's a touch screen, of course. It's fast, it's usable, but what the hell do you do with this? I mean, if you're an adult, you could not care less about what's back here. You don't need the settings for your I don't know, interior lighting, because, well, your driver will do it. If you're a kid, it will be just annoying if somebody changes the settings. I do not see the point of these screens at the back, apart from maybe cartoons, but let's be honest, if you buy a car like this, your kid's gonna have an iPad anyway, so this is just pointless. Okay. Handrest. Yes, BMW have got it right. Cup holders open here, and you put your elbow here, and it's soft and nice. This is what I'm talking about. Look at the seat belts, M embroidery everywhere, ambient lighting. You can choose the colors, of course. It's a very, very nice cabin, and, well, worth the price, or worth the cash anyway. 22 inches at the back, 21 at the front. This is what the competition model will give you. We have laser BMW LED headlights. They are ridiculously bright and good, and probably one of the best in the market right now. Big, bold grille, and not a beaver-like design like the new BMWs have. Shame, really. Marina Bay blue paintwork. Absolutely love this color, but I am not a fan of the half grey, half brown interior that the first owner has chosen. I think any other color would have been better. Red, white, black, even. Anything would have been better than this. Just, oh, it looks like vomit or something really, really bad to me. I'm not sure. I don't. If I got the X6 M for a really good price, this wouldn't, you know, kept me off for not buying the car, but definitely I would have chosen a different color. Now, to start the car, push the button and it fires up. Nice roar. Some quirks about the M cars you might not even notice. The gear selector is different than the regular BMWs. It's not like just straight down. To reverse the car, push to the left and up, and now you have reverse. By the way, the backup camera system in BMWs, it is the best I have ever used. Well, it just works. Just look at it. You have a 360-degree view with everything around the car, and it's just so usable. If, for example, I reverse, the car moves. Perfect, perfect. So, to put it into drive, push it right, and you are in drive. Push it once more, you are in manual mode. Once more, drive again. So let's take this beast for a drive. You have electricity, everything in this car. The steering wheel is adjustable via electricity, the seats, of course, and, well, in general this car is spec'd out to the max. I think there's, if there's any option that this car doesn't have, let me know in the comments, please, because I simply cannot find any. It has the Bowers & Wilkins very expensive stereo system, very top-notch, by the way. The seats are heated, ventilated and massaged. Just clear this bump. And the massage is probably the best I've used, apart from the S-Class Mercedeses. You can choose a full body massage, and you can choose a full body massage, and I kid you not, this is a real full body massage, because, well, if you are used to car massages, it's typically in the, you know, back seat area. But this car will actually massage your bum. It will go like boom, 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 boom. I shit you not. Start stop in a X6 M. I'm not sure it's even needed. But there you have it. A very nice massaging system. You have all the tech stuff in the world: blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control. This car will drive by itself. Great big screen here with navigation, of course, 360 camera, as you saw, a digital dashboard here, and you can choose how it looks via the M mode. You have a fighter pilot looking design here, and the head-up display changes as well. I like this a lot, but to be frankly honest, I think BMW has missed the beat here, because, well, in Audis and any other, you know, very expensive car, you can change the digital dashboard much more than you can do with this, because, well, it's either this or this, and that's it. So yeah, a bit of a hit and miss. But what isn't a hit and miss is the driving experience. This is a stupidly fast car. Very nice steering, by the way. Fast, nimble, and very precise. 625 horsepower, 750 newton meters of torque, and a 0 to 60. Well, 0 to 60 miles will be even faster. I'm gonna check on my Draghi what it will do later, but I'm guessing 3.5 and even under that. But it's a stupidly fast car. Do you need a power figure like this in your SUV? Well, if you have the cash, why the hell not? But if you don't, well, if you're like a millionaire but you still wanna, you know, keep the cash, just get a regular X6, or better even an X5, because, well, it's just cheaper and more practical. And probably a X5 40i would be the pick for me. I like the petrol engines and it has plenty of oomph. So let's put it into M2 mode and floor it. Wait, I'm in 5th gear. Whoops, floor it. And that's 110. Let's put it back into comfort mode. And, well, as much as I like the power, as much as I like the spirit of this car, of what it represents, the big and bold looks of SUV power that you don't need, it is a bit compromised in basically every way you can think of, because it isn't a, you know, sports car. It's very close, but it's not a M3, it's not a RS3, it's not a, I don't know, it's not a sports car. It's just a fast SUV that rides pretty harshly, and even in comfort mode, it's a tad firm for my liking, and I'm not the first guy to say it out. It is a tad firm. Maybe smaller wheels would be better, but yeah, it's not like you couldn't live with this. Of course you could, but in the general term, I like how the X5 M50D, for example, drives rather than this car, and the speed as well. It's fast. Let's be honest, where the hell are you gonna use the car like this to the full potential? It's basically on the autobahn, or I don't know, on the track, but why would you go on a track with this car? So it is rather pointless. But, well, why not? Why not would be the best slogan for this car, because if you have the money, well, why not? But just as a logical choice for a car that you will use every day, it's just not good. Any Porsche, a Cayenne Panamera will be better, and if you want the ultimate, you know, I'm here SUV, the Lamborghini Urus is here to help, and it will give you the presence of a rich rapper. Comparing this car to my favorite SUV, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio, the Alfa is possibly even stiffer than this X6M, but it hides its weight better. The gear shifts are more, you know, aggressive. You get the feeling that you really are driving a sports car rather than just a big Napa leathered SUV. Steering wheel, again, the Alfa is a bit quicker, possibly even too quick. With the steering rack, this is a bit better. And, well, the steering wheel design, etc., well, it's top notch, to be honest. Heated steering wheel button here, Every button does what it says. It's easy to find them, no touch screeny stuff anywhere. And this theme continues in the climate control buttons. You have a button for heated seats, cooled seats, and basically every other function you can think of. And the touchscreen is fast, it's nippy, it's easy to use, but I probably like the BMW X better, but this isn't very far behind, and it is one of the best systems out there, really. It is just a matter of what you prefer. Quality on the inside is absolutely flawless, to be honest. The only place I can, find and criticize really is the toggle switch down here. If you use the plastics around the buttons, and probably you will because the buttons are sort of haptic-y, it's not that good, but this is the only complaint regarding quality. And everything else is absolutely top-notch. And by the way, the seating position again, well, it's just right. It's just right. And I like the M1, M2 buttons, and you can configure sport mode number 1, sport mode number 2, and it will ask you, do you really want sport mode number 2? And you will confirm, and yes, you want. And now it's in M dynamic mode, and in MDM traction control, everything is in its sportiest suspension setting, etc. It's a fast car. Launch control is different as well. You have to put it in M2, just hold the brake, and since this is a regular automatic, it will not use, launch control as you're used to it. 3000 RPM, let it go, and it will just boost off. Let me show you. And that's 60. Damn, this car is fast off the line. It's like, it's just jumping off the line. It has so much grip, and a VW Group's launch control system might be a bit harsher and more exhilarating, but this is just as fast. This is an absolutely pointless car, but I love it. Would I buy it? I would not, but that's it. I do not have the money for it anyway, so I'm not the clientele for this car. This is a exciting, adorable car, and I'm glad they still make cars like this. So thank you guys for watching. This was my short review of the BMW X6 M Competition, and yeah, see you soon guys. Bye bye.